Is Mr. Bean an alien from another world? There is an official answer, and it's very intriguing. Hey! So, on this channel I have one special video steering away from our usual topics. It was a 20-minute location tour through London, visiting iconic spots where Mr. Bean was filmed. This video turned out to be very popular. Almost 70,000 fans have seen it, and I received so many beautiful comments and greetings from all over the world. Maybe one day I will get to do a second part to that video. But recently someone wrote this: Mr. Bean was not human, he was an alien who landed from an alien spacecraft. Just see the intro, you'll get a clearer picture. So what is this about? Is Mr. Bean actually an alien from another world? This comment reminded me of a fascinating interview with the Mr. Bean actor himself, Rowan Atkinson. In 1993, he was on a TV show in Denmark, and he talked about a possible idea for the final episode of Mr. Bean. This is what he said.
We had an idea, but should I tell you what the idea is?
Yes, please do.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, all right, yes, I will. It was this idea for the last, which we may never do, the last episode of Mr. Bean, is that he's driving along a country lane extremely fast in his Mini, and he sees this spaceship landing in a field, and he stops the car, and he looks out, and he thinks, what's that spaceship doing there? And he drives into the field with his Mini, and he stops outside the spaceship. And he looks around, and he looks up, and suddenly the door goes... and this bright light comes out of the spaceship. And Mr. Bean walks out of the spaceship.
Of course.
And then another Mr. Bean walks out of the spaceship. And he sees Mr. Bean, and they all shake hands. Mr. Bean says, hello, how are you? And then 25 more Mr. Beans all come out of the spaceship, and they all pat him on the back and say, you know, very nice to see you. And then all the Mr. Beans go up into the spaceship, and he shakes hands with the captain and the guy on the bridge. And then the door goes up, and the spaceship takes off. And that's the end of Mr. Bean. So thereby, kind of, but we may do it. We may do it. It's a kind of silly idea. I mean, there is this idea that he may not be of our world. He may be from another place.
You will find the entire interview here on YouTube. It's almost 30 minutes long and one of the most fascinating and open discussions I have ever seen with Rowan Atkinson. So, the idea was to maybe have Mr. Bean as an extraterrestrial being, but to leave this ambiguous. However, they never realized this idea for the live-action series. The final episode still ended on a somewhat somber notion. Mr. Bean is accidentally transported away to Moscow. Now you could wonder if Mr. Bean being an alien was only ever an idea, but never realized. Does this still make it officially canon? Can we really say that Mr. Bean was an alien? First of all, I have always felt that there were some moments in the series that slightly alluded to the idea that Mr. Bean is not quite human. But even more intriguing is the fact that this idea was eventually picked up 11 years after Rowan Atkinson talked about it, in 2004 for Mr. Bean, the animated series. In the final episode of Season 3, Double Trouble, the alien aspect was used in a storyline in which Mr. Bean is taken inside a spacecraft with aliens that look exactly like him. It ends with an homage to the original opening of the live-action series, the beam of light and music, and Mr. Bean is sent back to Earth. It remains unclear if he is an extraterrestrial or not. Very fittingly, this was the final episode of the animated series for 11 years, and the final one using digital ink and paint animation. So I think the answer is not quite black and white, and it's not supposed to be. As Rowan Atkinson said, he may be from another place. Whether or not Mr. Bean is an alien, one thing was always certain for me. Despite his notorious tendency for trouble, and as Rowan Atkinson described him, being a self-centered, narcissistic anarchist, I still think that, to me, Mr. Bean was always very human. I said a few words about this in my location video. This character gives so many people comfort in knowing that it's okay to not quite understand this world, to not make sense of society. It's alright and possible to live this life and to go through all of it even if you are totally on your own. If you read comments, so many people identify with the character of Mr. Bean to some degree, someone who is just trying to make the best of everyday situations. Maybe that is because he is ambiguously alien, or even more so, because he is completely human. What do you think? How do you experience the character of Mr. Bean? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. And if you enjoy standalone episodes like this, please let me know. You can now watch the 20-minute location tour to London on the channel. Thank you all for watching. Alright, until then, bye bye.